hey, how are you guys doing? Let me make sure. Okay, let's see. Over here on Instagram, must go ahead. I think Instagram I have to miss out today because it's giving me an error message and I don't know what's going on. So let me see if I want to. Y'all come on in, come on in. Instagram just got to get this on another go round. They have to come over here on Facebook or LinkedIn or something because I don't know what's going on Instagram over here. Sorry, there was an error in your broadcast. Okay, that's no problem. So you guys, come on in, come on in, come on in, come on in. You guys, those of you that are new to me, my name is Beverly Walthour. I am a business strategist specifically for Christian female coaches who want to create more income and more impact without compromising their Christian values. I'm also a TV and radio show host, so we film and record the TV and radio show here in Atlanta, GA. So hey, Dr. Kai, how are you? How are you? How are you? And so you guys, I want to go ahead and dive on into this conversation. And so usually with my lives, I'm talking to Christian female coaches, but you will notice some of my lives are a little bit more specific where I'm talking to established Christian female coaches and consultants. And so this particular live, that's who I'm talking to. I am talking to my established Christian female coaches. And so, if you're not established, can you listen in? Yes, ma'am, you certainly can. Hey, Amita, hey, you certainly can listen in because you're still going to be able to glean some nuggets from it, period. You know how I roll. But like I said, this one I am specifically talking to established Christian female coaches. Well, Bev, how do I know if I'm established? That type of thing. And sorry, you guys, I had my setup all ready for Instagram, and then something happened, so I'm going to move that from over there because it's distracting me. But how do you know that you're established? This is my criteria when I talk to people, those who I consider that are established coaches. That you have created. You have sold. Well, actually, you need to create it. You have created and sold one of your high ticket services. So that means that you have something that is proven for your people. Once again, you're not new to the coaching industry. You know who you serve, the results you help people get. Now, there may be some things that you want to tweak in your verbiage or your language, but like I said, you're pretty much set on that. So that's who I'm talking to when I talk about established, when I use the term established coaches. So like I said, there are some things that, for established coaches, our conversation is different than when we were first starting out. And so, like I said, that's who I'm talking to on this particular live. If you don't fall into that category, you still want to do some ear hustling, go ahead and do so. But like I said, just know in this particular conversation, I am talking to my established coaches because I want to have a conversation with them because a lot of things in the online space are geared toward those newer coaches. And so sometimes those of us that are established, we're kind of left out there to do things on our own. It's like, like, where's the program for us? And so usually, for those people that are established, like you may run across a mastermind, like that might be something, if it's a true mastermind, because some people are calling stuff masterminds and those are group coaching. I'm like, group coaching and masterminds are two completely different things. So that's a whole nother live over there for a whole different day. But like I said, I am talking to those established coaches, those of you, like I said, you sold services, you have, you're clear on who it is that you serve and the results you help people get. So like I said, that's who I'm talking to on this particular live. And so as you look at the title for this live, it's saying, does any of this sound familiar? It's saying that, for you and for yourself, when it comes to, is there something missing in your business? So all of that stuff, is this what's missing in your business? Does any of this sound familiar? That type of stuff. That's what it is that we're talking about for this particular live. And so this is something I've been having conversations with some amazing coaches over the past week or so. So a lot of you guys know that I have opened the doors to round 4 of my Revenue Accelerator. And so once again, that program is for established coaches. So the conversations that I'm referring to are from established coaches. And so my thing is when I hear a reoccurring theme, then I know I need to bring it to my whole group. So this is the same thing like when I get messages and stuff in my messenger, I know that more than likely if that person has a question about it or a concern about it, then I need to go ahead and bring it to the whole group type of thing. And that's what I'm doing with this particular message today. Like I said, I've been having conversations over the past week since I opened up the doors to round 4 of my accelerator. And so this is something, it just solidified the need for my accelerator, because as I'm having these conversations specifically with these established coaches, I'm hearing the same thing over and over and over again. And so that's why I'm asking, is this what's missing in your business? Does any of this stuff, sound familiar type of thing? And so what I'm referring to and what I'm talking about, like I said, you don't need a group coaching program where, like I said, they're talking to you about how to establish your niche. They're talking to you about how to create an offer. They're talking to you about how to package the offer. They're talking to you about some marketing things or some promotion things, that stuff. You don't necessarily need that type of support. You may need some things, like I said, tweak some of the things with your offer. You may need to tweak some of the things with your messaging. Now, that is something that I'm seeing with a lot of these established coaches, their positioning of their offer and their pricing. A lot of them, they are underpricing their services. So one young lady that I spoke with today, when she was giving me the pricing of her tiers, and when she said the lower tier, I'm like, I don't know about that with you. Because of course, before I get on calls with people, I'm doing all the investigation and all that stuff, checking out their social media presence, their website, if they have one, so on and so forth. And so what I was saying to her, and this is something that I have been able to support clients in doing, is a lot of you guys, your highest price service, and I'm talking to established coaches right now. I'm talking to established coaches. A lot of you guys, your highest price service is more than likely should be your lowest price service. So let me say that again. A lot of you guys as established coaches, your lower price offer, the highest price offer. So say, for instance, right now, that your highest price service is a $5,000 offer. Say, for instance, it's $5,000. For a lot of you guys, that's actually going to be your entry point to being able to work with you, because of the level of expertise, because of the level of skill set, depending upon what you do, because some of you guys have deliverables. So even with that, because you have deliverables, so that means that you have additional time and energy and resources. So whether or not you're doing the things or you have to outsource a team to help you, which means you have to pay those people for their expertise as well, you need to ensure that your price point is on point. And like I said, even some of you guys, if your lowest price service is $15,000, the same thing. For a lot of you guys, that is underpriced. And so that's been one of the reoccurring conversations that I've been having with the ladies who are interested in joining me in my accelerator. And so, like I said, I've had tons of coaches that I've worked with. And like I said, there's 5 questions. Y'all hear me talk about these 5 questions. There's 5 questions that I ask my clients. Now, other questions shoot from that, like other things will pop up as I'm asking these 5 questions, but it's 5 core questions. And for a lot of you guys, once we go through those 5 core questions, you will end up repricing your services. You'll end up either going up on your pricing, or you'll be like, okay, babe, I'll sell a couple more of this, but then I'm going up on my price point after that, which that's been a common reoccurring theme with the clients that I've been working with. And like I said, that's why I feel like there's such a sense of urgency, especially for the end of 2021. So we have about 1 more quarter left in 2021. I promise you, there are some of you guys as established coaches that you can literally generate an additional, not go ahead and, finish out whatever your revenue goal is for 2021. But some of you guys literally can create an additional $30,000, $60,000, or $100,000 in this final quarter of 2021. Literally, you guys have that. You have it in you. So it's a matter of kind of repositioning and tweaking your messaging just a bit with your offer, but you can literally do that. Like I said, I've been having amazing conversations. And so these are some of the things that I've been hearing. Of course, you guys, I have to get my notes, because I don't do anything without my notes, because I want to make sure I give you guys everything. And so a couple of the things that I'm hearing, which are huge components of my accelerator. This is why, and like I said, it kind of solidified the need for this accelerator. And so once again, and what I say to people all the time, when I talk about an accelerator, I start with what an accelerator is not. So once again, a revenue accelerator is not a group coaching program. So Bev, what do you mean by that? Just like I said, it's not like, okay, you guys, on week 1, we're going to identify your ideal client. And on week 2, we're going to go out and do some market research. And on week 3, we're going to work on your offer. And week 4, we're going to figure out, how to price your services. No. Like I said, hey, Glenda, like I said, as an established coach, you already have that stuff. Once again, it may be some things that we need to tweak. And even with my accelerator, we have a kickoff call where we create your revenue blueprint. So we make the tweaks and all that stuff before the program ever starts. So if there's anything that we need to tweak with the offer, anything that we need to tweak with the pricing, we go ahead and do that. And so we do that before the program ever even gets started, that type of thing. And so that way, when we get the program started, you're ready to hit the ground running. We're not working on any of those things, those types of things. You see what I'm saying? So like I said, that's one of the differences between a group coaching program and an accelerator. And so one of the things that I'm hearing over and over and over again. And you guys, let me know if this rings true, if this is something that resonates with you. Once again, my established coaches, let me know if this is something that resonates with you as I name off some of these things that I've had conversations with over the past week or so with ladies who are interested in working with me. So one of the things is accountability. And so this is the thing, because I remember, when I first started off with my coaching business, and then, as the coaching business grew. And one of the things when I first started out, I felt like I didn't need the accountability. Hey, I'm grown. This is my business. Nobody know my business the way that, I know my business and all of that stuff, to the point where I grew and I was like, okay, God, being an entrepreneur can be a lonely place in space. So I need to be in a space and place of other people who are on a similar journey as I am. They know and understand what this thing is about. And the icing on the cake is, God, it would be absolutely amazing if they were also believers as well. So as I started to really grow into my business, and like I said, as I was looking to hit my 6 figures, and then as I was looking to move into multi-6 figures in my business, that's when I really and truly realized that I could not do this thing by myself. And like I said, the group coaching programs that I had been in before, that was cool and that was fine. That was fine for when I was in that space. But when I moved to that next level, like I said, I needed a different level of support. I needed a different level of accountability. And accountability was no longer a bad thing for me. It was actually something that I needed. It was something that I needed in the sense of, like I said, one, I wanted to be surrounded with other women who were similar, especially other believers. And like I said, they had a similar goal. And with that similar goal, it was 2 things. Yes, they want to create impact. They know that what they do as a coach was designed to impact the lives, the businesses, the relationship, the careers, the corporations, whatever it is, in whatever capacity they serve people. They knew that they were supposed to be doing that thing. So they weren't going back and forth about, okay, did I miss God on this? Well, maybe I shouldn't really do this. Well, hey, I got so much going on in my life that I'm just going to put this to the side. It was none of that. That was not the conversations they were having. They were like, hey, I'm going to have to figure this thing out. Life is going on, but I'm going to have to figure this out because I can't quit. I can't stop. I can't push this to the side type of thing. Like there is something I have to complete this mission that I'm on, that type of thing. Like that was the type of hunger that they had. That was the type of hunger that I was looking for with the women that I was looking for in that space. Like I said, that level of accountability. And once again, as I'm having conversations with these women, that is something that I'm hearing, that, like I said, they're looking for that accountability. They're looking for that space of being with other women who are similar to them when it comes to what they were looking for, their next, because once again, they have these huge goals. And so this is the powerful part. So even with these ladies, when we're having these conversations, like I said, they want to make the impact. So they know and understand God is first in their life. Their faith is very important to them. They are no longer looking to compromise. They don't want to do any of that. They've done all of those things. They chased all the shiny objects and all of that stuff, trying to create a successful business. So they have some success in their business. There have been some ups and downs, but they've gotten there. But they also realized the reason why they were able to get to where they were was because of their relationship with Christ. Like they realized they could not put that to the side to build their business, that type of thing. And so, like I said, so with that accountability, that part, the impact, but also they were not afraid. The same thing, like I said, even with these ladies, they were not afraid to say, hey, I have a big revenue goal. Period. Like they were not afraid to own that. They were not afraid to say that. They didn't feel like that made them any lesser of a Christian. That didn't feel like they made them greedy or hungry or any of that stuff. Because like I said, they had already had a heart for God and how he wanted them to serve and who he wanted them to serve in their business. So they weren't worried about people thinking that they were hungry and greedy and after prosperity and only wanted money and all that. No, they weren't worried about that stuff. Because like I said, they had a huge goal. And so, like I said, whether or not that goal was a personal revenue goal, so whether or not it was because they wanted to either pay out their house or they wanted to buy a house, whether or not that huge goal was for them to be able to put their kids through college, whether or not it was a private school, whether or not it was to save up for that vacation, the car, whatever it was. So some of them had personal goals that they wanted to be able to accomplish. And that's why they still have such a huge goal to go at the end of 2021. And their thing was, hey, Bev, I need something that's going to keep me focused. I'm going to need something that's going to have that accountability, allow me to remain accountable and keep my eyes on what it is that I want to do before the end of this year, that type of thing. And like I said, it was just so empowering, especially as Christian women, to hear these Christian women and their passion and their desire for what it is when it came to the level of income that they wanted to create. So like I said, whether or not their goal is 30,000, 60,000, or 100,000, each of them, they had that huge goal. And so some of them were like, I'm not 100% sure I'm going to be able to hit it. But once again, I know being able to have that accountability will allow for me to remain focus. So like I said, that's one of the common themes. So anyone else have a big, huge goal, a big, huge goal when it comes to creating impact, a big, huge goal when it comes to creating income. And like I said, especially for the rest of 2021, like they're not giving up. They're just like, okay, wait a minute. We still have some time. There's still some time left in this year. I don't have to wait until January to do this. I can still kill it. I can still crush it. The last few months of 2021, that's what they had. So like I said, they start off with that level of accountability when it comes to impact and income, that type of thing. So like I said, if that is something that's resonating with you, if that is something for you, that you may be missing for yourself in the sense of having that level of accountability, that type of thing, then like I said, this right here, I'm talking to you. That other level of accountability that they desire. And once again, it goes back to, as you grow and progress in your business, that level of accountability that you desire is different. So that next level of accountability was just like, hey, I need someone to hold my feet to the fire. And so when I heard that, I'm like, oh, yes, you are speaking my language. And so when they were talking about, holding their feet to the fire, once again, hey, this is the goal that I have. I need someone to be able to make sure that, one, like I said, I'm able to remain focused on the goal. That, two, I don't start chasing all these shiny objects and start doing a bunch of things trying to get to that goal. But once again, I want to be laser focused. I want to be able to have someone that's going to be there to be able to guide and redirect type of thing. And I'm like, yes, because like I said, when we have questions, because so many people, especially me being established, so many people think I have all the answers. And yes, I do. When it comes to my coaching clients, I have the answers. Or if I can't get it, me and the Holy Ghost, we're going to figure out how to get that answer, that type of thing. But when it comes to, okay, what should I try next in my business? I did this and that didn't really work. Or, hey, I have a question about this. Being able to ask and have someone that you can go to be able to ask those questions, knowing that it's okay for you not to have all the answers. That's the thing. It is okay for you not to have all the answers, but where do you go so that you can ask those questions, knowing that there is a safe space where you don't have to worry about people sharing your business and all of that stuff, knowing that it is a safe space that's filled with other women of God. Now, once again, every Christian is not a good one. Like we know, is everybody there. But like I said, one thing that I really love about the group settings that I have is the powerful community. These ladies have one another's back. It's such a powerful space and place and thing to be able to see and to be able to facilitate as the business strategist, as the coach. Like it's such a powerful environment. And so that's the type of thing. So like I said, if that is you and you're just like, hey, I would love a space to where someone can pour into me, where it's safe for me to be able to ask people questions. It's safe for me to say, I don't know. It's safe for me to have a breakdown if I need to, but then know that people are going to help to build me back up. That type of thing. Like I said, it was powerful to hear these women say that that was a type of environment that they desired. They wanted to be supported. Once again, they wanted to be supported and feel supported, but also, we still have that space where we also want to support other people too. So once again, feel supported and be supported. And then, hey, be able to lend your expertise. If someone has a question and you know the answer, like you're cool with being able to lend your expertise, but it's not the expectation. Like people are not always coming to you trying to get the answer, that type of thing. So it's that reciprocity, it's that reciprocal type of relationship. And so being in that type of space is a powerful space to be in. And that is something that they like. That is something that they want to be able to be a part of. So like I said, that is another level of accountability. That other piece that they wanted, once again, the fact that it is Christian based, that they don't have to compromise their Christian values. They don't want to do that. They want to be able to be in a space and place where they are comfortable being able to talk about God and Jesus and Holy Spirit and all of that stuff. Like they want to be able to do that. They want to have that freedom, if they want to pray, if they want to fast, all of that stuff, and knowing that people understand. If they mention the Holy Spirit, they know what that person is talking about. That person knows what they're talking about. That type of thing. Like, they want to be in that space and place like that. They know and understand. Those people know and understand what it is that they are talking about. That type of space. So like I said, being surrounded by other believers in business, once again, knowing that prayer is a part of what it is that we're doing, talking about Jesus, talking about God, talking about the Holy Spirit, talking about all of that stuff, and knowing that it is okay, knowing that it's actually welcome, knowing that people actually know what it is that you are talking about, knowing that if you ask someone to touch and agree with you, that they're touching and agreeing with you on the same thing, like y'all are on the same page because you guys have that common goal. That type of thing. So like I said, that's another type of environment that they are desiring, that they are looking for, that type of thing. So the same thing, asking yourself, is that the type of environment that you desire? Is that the type of thing that you want? Is that something that you're looking for? That type of thing. And so you guys, like I said, that level of accountability, those are the things where, as I'm having these conversations with these women, I'm like, wow. Yes, God, this is needed. Yes, God, once again, there is a space and place where they can go. Once again, like I said, I've been in other revenue accelerators. And once again, one of the biggest pieces that was missing. And once again, this is the thing. With this accelerator, once again, the fact that it is Christian based, that is front and center. That is not something that's hidden. That's not something that, hey, I'm a Christian, but that's not really the center point. No, because my thing is, we can't do anything in our businesses without him. So why am I going to hide that? Why am I going to push that down? Why would I not have that as one of the pieces in the part to the program? And so, like I said, I don't have any qualms about it. If anyone is offended by it, then I'm not the coach for you. And like I said, I'm okay with that. I am perfectly okay with that. But like I said, sessions end in prayer, begin in prayer, we end in prayer, that type of thing. Like I said, we talk about that because that's such a huge part. We can't separate that from what it is that we do as entrepreneurs. So I'm not even going to try. We're going to incorporate it. We are going to include that. So like I said, if that is a space that you're looking for, even for yourself, if you're looking for that type of space, it is there. It is out there, that type of thing. So like I said, definitely having that. And like I said, to hear these women talking about that. Another thing that they're desiring when it comes to their business, once again, that accountability in the sense of, okay, Bev, these are the things that I'm currently doing and it got me to this level. Hey, Diane, these are the things that I'm currently doing and it got me to this level. So like I said, as that established coach, you've been able to do the thing to get you to that level. But to get you to the next level is going to take a different mindset. It's going to take a shift in how you're thinking, even looking at your business. So are you ready for that shift? Are you ready for that shift in your business like that? Are you ready to get uncomfortable? Are you ready to do the thing? And so that was what one of the girls said. She was like, okay, Bev, yeah, if you tell me to raise my prices, I'm cool with it. She said, I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid to raise this because once again, she knows and understands what she brings to the table. She gets that. She understands that. She understands the level of impact. And you guys, that's what it's about. It's about that impact, that type of thing. She knows and understands and she embraces that. She's bold and she's confident in what it is and how it is that she supports her people. So like I said, this is a space and place in a container, like I said, for those people that, like I said, what you do, that you're good at what it is that you do. But like I said, having that support, that type of thing is key. And that's huge, that type of thing. And so, like I said, you guys, if that is you, if any of those things are resonating with you, I want to have a conversation. Hit me up in Messenger. I want to have a conversation with you to see whether or not this type of environment is this space in place. So like I said, with round 4 of this accelerator, there are some things that I've tweaked with it, with this program to make it even more impactful. Because once again, for some of us, if there are things, especially a lot of stuff is anchored in fear. So us trying to get to the root of what that fear is, because of course, you guys, you have been hearing me say this for a while. If you can generate $30,000 in a quarter, you can generate $30,000 in a month. If you can generate $30,000 in a month, you can generate $30,000 in a week. If you can generate $30,000 in a week, you can generate $30,000 in a day. If you can generate $30,000 in a day, depending upon your pricing, you can generate $30,000 in an hour. And so if you haven't been able to generate $30,000 in a week or in a day, even for some of you guys in an hour, Just saying, depending upon your pricing, the question is, what do we need to do to be able to shift ourselves into that space of being able to do so? What do we need to do to be able to shift ourselves into a space of being able to generate revenue at that level? Like I said, $30,000 in a week, that type of thing, $30,000 in a month, whichever one of those spaces you want to shift to. The question is, what is it that we need to do to be able to shift to that level? And so, like I said, those women that are looking and desiring to do that, once again, they're at a different level in their business. And so that is what this accelerator is for. And that is who it's for. So once again, if you're sitting here and you're listening to this, or whether or not you're listening to it live, or if you're listening to me on the replay and you have additional questions about it, let's have a conversation. Let's see if this is a good fit for you. And like I said, especially with that accountability and the way that I broke that down. So if that is something that you're interested in, let's chit chat. Let's see. It may not be for you, and that's fine. I had a conversation with someone today, and I referred it to another coach. I'm like, hey, this not it. And like I said, it's fine and it's cool. She wasn't mad. She was appreciative, that type of thing. And so you guys, it's the same thing. Let's just have a conversation and see. But once again, like I said, that level of impact, that level of structure, that level of, accountability is different. But for a lot of you guys, it's something that when you see it, like, oh, wow, this right here. So like I said, a revenue accelerator is definitely different from a group coaching program. But like I said, it's at a completely different level, that type of thing. So once again, if you are that established coach and you're interested, just drop me a line. Let's have a conversation. Let's see if it's a good fit. Once again, if not, I'll certainly let you know that as well. So you guys, that's all that I have. That's all that I have for you guys. Like I said, I was going to hop on here and do this live quickly, but once again, I wanted to share those things and ask, is that what's missing? That type of accountability, the way that I broke it down. If you feel like that is something that is missing, if you feel like that's a piece to the puzzle, if any of that sounds familiar as far as what it is that you're desiring, hit me up. Let's have a conversation. Let's see. You guys, like I said, would love to have that conversation with you. You guys, I pray that you are having an absolutely amazing day. I pray you have an absolutely amazing rest of your day. So whether or not you're watching this live or on the replay, if you are watching on the replay, type in #replay, leave your questions, your comments, all that awesome stuff, and I will certainly get back to you. You guys, like I said, let's have a conversation. Let's see if this is a good fit. Once again, if you have any specific questions, let me know. If not, you guys, that's all that I have for you guys tonight. Thank you so much for joining me, you guys. Take care. Take care. Take care.